Here's our hunting stars during her first cross-country school. You'll see her trotting the first fence, and she jumps it a little awkwardly. Sometimes little babies will do that. But here she comes back cantering, and she can see she's a lot more bold about it. And then we go to a roll top with a nice round shape, and she jumps that super. We spent the rest of the day encouraging her braveness by putting her through water jumps, and here we are stringing a few jumps together. The water comes first, jump a nice box out of the water, and then we let her canter between the fences so that she gets some continuity between the jumps, gets used to galloping a little bit, jumping out of stride. That was a nice little rampy thing. And here's a cordwood with the logs facing out, and that's sometimes scary, and you can see she pops right over that. We're going to head back around, jump a ditch. The first time I approach a ditch with a young horse, will trot it. So we've done that with her already, and we've trotted the ditch. And here we are, and we just come cantering. She pops over that really well. So then we're just going to finish off with a hay feeder for today. And that's something a little bit bigger, a little bit different in shape. Still has a round shape to encourage roundness. And she pops right over that. So about a week later, we headed to the Vista here in Aiken. And you can see she's still very brave. She's jumping slightly bigger jumps. And she's showing how a 4-year-old learns. We'll probably cross-country school the young horses maybe once a week, just to let them learn their jobs. I don't like to do a lot of schooling at any given time, but rather like to string together some jumps once they've jumped a few jumps separately, encourage them to go forward and round, find their feet. The Vista is a great opportunity because there's usually a lot of horses about and around, and you can see that there are horses wandering around so that they get used to that before they go to a competition. The other thing that's nice is sometimes you have spectators, which while we don't have a lot of spectators at a horse trials, a lot of times there'll be jump judges or people wandering around. And so you'll see in the last clip here at the Vista, there were people actually on the rail watching her jump, and she gets a little bit distracted by it. But overall, just a super experience. You'll see here that I trot up this bank. This bank is a little bit closed in its appearance in that it's a sunken road one way, and so we always like to encourage the horses just to trot up the bank and then carefully just almost trot walk off the bank so they can see what they're doing and just pop right off. And then we just pick up a canter and finish over 2 slightly bigger fences again to encourage her to step through and to be round. She'll probably do a little bit more of this before she goes to her first event at the end of the month. She's going to go to Sporting Days in the beginner novice. And then she might go to Pine Top and do the novice there. And then she'd probably go home and have a bit of a rest after we've come back from Aiken. Our young horses generally will get broken as 2-year-olds for 30 days, learn the ins and outs of being a horse, being handled. Then as 3-year-olds, they get to do a little bit more. And then the 4-year-olds we've started taking to Aiken, and if they have time, you can see the people here on the side. She gets a little distracted, but it's good. The 4-year-olds come to Aiken, and then they get ridden a little bit here and there. So in preparation for Sporting Days, we took Hunting Stars, aka Joy, down to Bruce's Field to jump around a couple of classes at beginner novice. And you can see here she's doing really well. Bruce's Field is nice because you can jump several horses at the same height or mixed heights. And if your horse has a problem, you can also take apart a fence, which is good for the young horses and the young riders. And you can see this mare is jumping around really, really well. So I was pretty excited actually at this point of the course. She got her lead change. She comes jumping down this line. She jumps into the line well, but unfortunately you'll see she makes a mistake. She grabs a pole, gets a little green in the combination, grabs a pole between her legs, and unfortunately we both fall down. I was a bit banged up, but as I've said before, I'm lucky that my assistants also helped me with the babies. And here's Jessie taking the mare back around. We spent some time, we re-schooled through the combination, got her confidence back, lowered the back rail, made the out an X, and then kept schooling until she built her confidence. And then we did the whole course together, and you'll see Jessie comes down the line. The mare jumps in super well, rebalances herself, understands the question out, and keeps going. So, not an ideal way to start our show jumping history, but the mare is a good jumper and she's talented. And unfortunately, with green horses, some days you'll just have moments like that. Luckily, both of us weren't badly hurt and will live to fight and see another day. So we expect to see great things from Joy. She should be going to her first event at Sporting Days in the beginner novice. We hope to see some of you guys there, and we look forward to hearing any comments. And we'll be posting stuff on our Facebook page, csquarefarm.com as well. Good job, Jen.